So, welcome to week 6 of Organizational Development and Change. This week we are working on Chapter 6, Navigating Organizational Politics and Culture. I'm sure you've heard the term organizational politics. I'm sure you've heard the term organizational culture. And we're going to be talking about both of them this week. Organizational politics, that people hear that and like, no, negative. But it is still something that we need to discuss because there is that political, shall we say, component within an organization where the power falls. Maybe we want to think of it that way. Where does the power fall? And why does somebody within the organization have power? And what type of power do they have? And I want to go over that a little bit right now. Let's talk about our learning objectives. Change leaders recognize the importance of observing and analyzing the informal components of an organization, the power and the culture, which are key forces within the organization. The next is to identify the power dynamics within the organization, and we're going to talk about that, as I mentioned. Who has the power? Why do they have the power? What type of power do they have? And get to know yourself as a change leader, and you are a stakeholder within your organization. So those are some of the objectives of the week. But I want to flip over a few pages in the book and talk about a little bit about the types of power. You have your positional power, or some call it legitimate power. That is when you are in a role. You are a manager. You are a line leader. You are the CEO. You have legitimate power. I don't know if I did air quotes, but you have that the power because of the role you are in. Another one is network power. If you are what your network you're in, whether it be a formal or an informal network, those who you associate with, those who you know, that kind of network power. Then knowledge power, because knowledge is power, and depending on your knowledge within the organization or your knowledge of the organization. And then you have personality power. That's your ability to inspire, to motivate, that's your charisma, things along those lines. And maybe you don't have a legitimate role of power, but you are a people person. You're able to get persuade people. So we're going to be talking about not just power within the organization, not just the politics within the organization, but those roles of power and the types of power that people have. And then we're also going to be talking about the organizational culture. Love this topic. What is the culture like within your organization? Is it good? Is it bad? Are you familiar with it? If you're not, I highly recommend that you do get familiar with your organizational culture. Learn a little bit more about it. Look into it. Ask your friends, your coworkers, your colleagues, what their thoughts are on the culture. As you go through the textbook, you're going to see tips for change agents to assess the culture. So it'll help you maybe assess the culture within your organization. The other thing I wanted to talk a little bit about this week is materials and resources. And you'll see I have that up on the screen. Under them, I hope you are taking advantage of the materials and resources section. Each week I provide you with the PowerPoints, but also articles, videos, assessments, different things like that. And I'm looking at week 6 right now. And Navigating Corporate Culture and Politics. That's going to be a really great article for you to get some additional information. And then an article by Simon Sinek. Are you familiar with Simon Sinek? Has written some really awesome books. My favorite is Start With Why. I highly recommend you look into that book by Simon Sinek. But also check out these items that I have for you this week regarding culture and politics. But also weekly, check out the materials and resources that I've provided. Sometimes there might be a video, different formats for you to supplement the information that we're getting in the textbook and in the course. Also, perhaps give you a different point of view, a different perspective. Like I said, sometimes there'll be a video. Perhaps you're somebody who can gain the knowledge a little bit better through hearing it or visualizing it, seeing somebody telling you about it. So look here for additional information to help you with your assignments. Look here for additional information to help you with your perspective on the topics. Look here for different medias for you to intake the information on the weekly topics. So please, if you haven't, though I'm assuming you all have, I'm hoping you all have, but please be checking out these resources. This is where the PowerPoints are also. Also, on this left side over here, you will see course resources. If you go in there, there will be a lot of information to help you with your with the course, with writing assignments, with APA, things along those lines. So please be sure you're also just checking out the general course resources. Again, welcome to week 6. I hope you have a wonderful week. Any questions, please reach out to me. I am absolutely here to help you. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week 6.